So today with us on Stool Talk, we have with us a very special guest, one who I'm trying to emulate and being her lane in the media. She's killing it out here. So blessed, entrepreneur, 19-time best-selling author and counting, network owner, was the Entrepreneurs Hero Top 20 Entrepreneurs in 2021. And she's doing a great, phenomenal job. And what what I see when I see her is a heart after God, how she blesses others, how she is so selfless, and even with her helping others and not just being selfish and saying, I made it, I'm doing good, but she's giving back and she's allowing her fruit to be good fruit, and she's sowing great seed into people, into the ministry, into her. We have with us Miss Alandria Lloyd. How you doing today?
I am great. Thank you so much. And thanks for that good introduction.
Oh, it's worth it. It's worth it because that's what I thought. So first and foremost, I want to tell you thank you for allowing my wife to, be able to enjoy that experience. She was so happy, and we did whatever we could do to make it happen because she said, like, I feel like this is a good opportunity. I'm talking to her. She's telling me these different things. It's exposing me, opening me up. So I'm like, what does she do? Like, I was asking, like, she gonna help you with all of that? I'm like, she like, yeah. I'm like, man, if somebody helping you do all of that, they really got a great heart after God. Like, they really, because a lot of people are is for self. Like, what did
Right.
that having a heart like that, being helpful and wanting others to be able to succeed and not saying I just want it for myself?
You said, where did it come from?
Yes.
So it really started from me just being to others what I wish I had when I was getting started. Like I am from very small town in Louisiana. I should have been a statistic, three-time teen mom. Um, dropped out of college twice. I went back and I graduated eventually, but there's just so many things that were against me, and people looked at me, in a negative light just based off of, choices I'd made or mistakes or whatever you like to call them. And so when I was getting started, it really was just me and the Holy Spirit. I
Yeah.
didn't have any investors. I didn't have anyone giving me opportunities. It seriously was just prayer, persistency, and doing my due diligence to research and just really not giving up. And so once I, started getting a little traction for myself, and other people were coming to me to help them, I'm like,
Mhm.
I have to, because I wished that I would have had this. And had I had some assistance, it definitely would have helped me to get further along. So that's where that came from.
Right. How did your family play a part in that, and what does family mean to you?
Family play a part in my journey.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so well, they played a part in like helping me with my son, as a teen mom. And so my son, well, he's 21 now, but at the time, I may have needed some assistance with them, maybe babysitting or, just kind of watching over him a little bit after, while I was out trying to work and do all these other things. So they definitely, played a part as it relates to that. And family, what it means to me is really someone that has your back. You know what I mean? I love my parents, of course. They are my everything. And so I just, family is really important to me. We're really close knit.
Yeah. Did you know that you always wanted to be in the media field or do something with the media?
Absolutely not. I had zero desire.
Um, okay.
I
What
had zero desire.
what did this mean to you? And I know that it played a major factor on speaking to you and helping you with different things and allowing you to recite things, allowing you to remember things. Is that why you have the great ability to do it on site and be able to speak or be able to perform or be able to read things that great like you do?
Honestly, I think my aunt, when I was coming up, I think she must have had a prophetic gift to know that I was going to do these things,
Yeah.
because she was actually the principal of my junior high school. And so if there were any assemblies, anything that required a MC, I was always that person, even though I didn't want to say anything to anybody because I'm naturally a quiet person. But if anything required a microphone and standing in front of people, she made sure I was the person. So, and then not only that, my mom too is like, I used to be in a lot of church plays. I used to always have poems, always leading something with a microphone. You know what I mean? So I think that they knew
Yeah.
And so these are things, they consistently put me in environments for me to have a microphone and be, on center stage, even though I really just wanted to go back and hide. So that definitely gave me some great experience throughout the years.
Yeah. What does faith mean to you?
Oh gosh, faith is everything. Because if it wasn't for that, I seriously wouldn't be sitting here, honestly. Just knowing that somehow, some way, you know what I mean? It's going to work out, and really just standing on, what is it, Hebrews 10 and 11, I believe. I'm sorry, 10 and 1. That talks about faith. It's either 10 and 1 or Hebrews 11 and 1. It's escaping me right now, but it's the whole passage, about faith and, how the worlds were framed, and by just speaking it and just really believing, God to be God, even when it looks like it's ghetto, just believing that he's going to continue to be God, even in the midst of all of the insanity that's happening. So faith is literally key.
Yeah. What was your earliest signs of you seeing faith and knowing that, God was real and seeing what it could do to have God in your life? I know you said you grew up and was around church and in church. Like, what
Mhm.
were signs that you seen and like, man, this is real. Like, I need to be connected to God.
Yeah, so my first experience was when I experienced the loss of my first child, because I had lost two children. So when I was 15, I experienced the loss of my first child. And after that, it definitely was prayer. That's when I got a chance to know God for myself, not who my grandma talked about, not who my mom talked about, or who they were, singing about in church. But that's when I had an opportunity to get a personal, revelation of who he was to me. You know what I mean? Because if it wasn't for him, like I said, I would not be sitting here, through all the suicidal moments and all of the depression and just all the things that I've dealt with, at that age. It literally was the hand of God that kept me. So that's how I discovered him.
Yeah. And in the Bible, it says, during our weakness, his strength is made known. Because I
Perfect.
know
Yeah.
death hard time for you during those times. What would you say to another young lady who was experiencing that to just give her the motivation and encouragement to know don't give up, God got you, and that it ain't over with, even though you dealing with a bad situation or a traumatic situation, to let her know don't give up, it's still hope? What would you
Yeah,
say?
definitely you have to develop a personal relationship with him for yourself. It's not, like I said, it's not going off what anybody else says. It's you reading the Bible, asking him, Holy Spirit, to help you understand what it means, you know what I mean? And just really praying, fasting, just really being committed and submitted to him and allowing him to show himself real to you. That's the first step that I would take.
Yeah. And thinking on your journey and your story, and even hearing this, I read it on the thing, but I wasn't going to say nothing unless you had brought it up. So me seeing it just reminds me of the goodness of God, how he says he'll never leave you nor forsake you, how all those things you could have gave up. You could have just said, you know what, man, I ain't gonna be able to do it. I don't got the strength, but your connection with God, and it said your faith will make you whole. We are overcome by the word and our testimony to be able to help others to be able to see. And that's why I started doing this spotlighting, to allow people to see other people's journey, because some people don't know what it looks like. They don't understand, or they think, God can't use me, or I got all this going on. But no, you the one he wants to go after to get. Like, he wants
Absolutely.
to use you, and that's what makes you unique. And that's why you able to be blessed, because you grab close to God. You could have went this way or this way, but draw near to me, and he
Yeah.
started getting the different things, and you could see the oil even on your work, even before, like when I heard your name and I heard what you was doing. I'm like, man, she gotta be have a relationship with God. Before I knew you was saved and you went to church, and when I knew who you was, like, I just knew, because that's what you want, the oil to show for God get the
Mhm.
glory. Because if somebody else would have helped you out of that situation, their fingerprints would have been all on you. But
Yeah.
God, he wants to get the glory in all what he does. So it's
Absolutely.
amazing. What would
Yeah.
how media stuff start for you? Like, what was the first step? Was you an author first? Like, what happened? Like, what was the steps? Take us through your journey.
Yeah, so I became an author first. Couple of about 7 years ago is when I wrote my first book, And I had no intentions on writing that book. It was just prophesied to me over and over and over again that I was going to be this author and sell all these books and help people. But I'm like, I don't care to do any of that, because I am naturally a, a quiet person. So it's not like I am super extroverted or just this social butterfly because that's just really not my personality. And so I wrote the book, and then after writing the book, so many people were messaging me asking me who helped me, and I'm like, I did it myself. And they were like, well, I need you to help me with mine, and so
Yeah.
initially I would just help some people, just for free, but then so many people started coming. And then it was also at that time that I was praying, for an idea so that I could leave my job or at least do something that was more fulfilling at the time. And I was just praying, and God opened the door for me to receive just like so many different clients, with helping them to publish their books. And so then we went from book publishing, and then after I was publishing so many people, I just realized that there were more steps to it than getting the book out and just posting it on social media saying, hey, buy my book. You know what I mean? I'm like, that is not it. And so I was like, I have to help people, because no, this is not the way. And so then I started helping them with like marketing opportunities, so TV, news features, press releases, all of these different things, just to help to expand their awareness, brand awareness, and get their names out there a little bit more. And so I did that, for years, still do it, of course. And then the opportunity came up for me to be on someone's network. So I was going to do that. I'm like, this is fine. I'll, help somebody else carry their vision. I don't need, I'll just do my show on their network and let that work. But then that didn't work. And then an opportunity came up for me to, own my own network last summer. And I just prayed about it. And the Lord gave me a word, and this is a way for kingdom believers to be able to amplify their voices, share their message, impact the nations, without just being confined to social media and all of their rules. Because one day your stuff may be doing good, next day no one sees it because of the algorithm changes and all of these different things. And so with the TV network, it's a way for people to have a broader reach, and
Yeah.
to be able to really just share their messages without fear of being shadow banned on social media. So that's a brief journey of how the network got started.
Where did you get the name Arthur Bay at? Did you come up with that? Did somebody
I
just
did.
call?
Yeah, I did, because BAY is an acronym, and it actually stands for Build an Empire. And that's what I really want more authors to do, because it's more than just writing the book and getting the stories out there. Okay, that's good, but what else? Because especially if you're writing like any self-help books or personal development books, people are going to want to know what else. Do you have courses? Do you have classes? What else is happening? You know what I mean? As a result from this book, how can we really build from this? And so that is where that name came from. And that's what I do, throughout my business, really helping them to build, and really just getting out there.
Yeah, and I seen a former interview we had on Javon Williams, JV.
Yeah,
Um,
you know
yeah,
him.
yeah, I had him on, interviewed him for his book, Becoming the Sun.
Yes, I
On
love it.
there. So when I seen his picture on there at first, I'm like, why he got that? That's not supposed to, like, but it's the brand, so it was on there. But I seen it, so that's really great, man. It's just to see.
Yeah, that's what it's about. It's not just for women, you know what I mean? It's just about helping authors build an empire, getting their voice out there, getting their stories out. Now the shirts are more catered towards women, but the overall brand, it's for everyone.
Yeah, and I like the fact that you said you were able to hear what God said to you. When you said that, it just reminded me, like, God said his word would never come back void, because he's not a man that he shall lie. So how do you go about making sure you keep grounded and keep your connection towards God, with being a mother, with having multiple hats that you wear? You got to
Mhm.
make sure that you're close and you getting what you need, so you can have keen eyesight and keen
Right.
hearing. You can hear, being that
Yeah, yeah.
you so much pour out to everybody.
So that's waking up every morning intentionally, specifically for prayer and devotion. That's it. If I don't do that, my whole day is thrown off. So it's literally getting up early, not just 15 minutes, but I usually get up around 4 a.m. And from 4 to 6, that's my time, to pray, seek God, and just pour out all my frustrations so that I could be refilled to keep going. So that's definitely key for that.
Yeah. Which do you prefer, writing a project or producing a project?
Oh, hmm. Probably producing
Producing.
because I
Okay.
like to see it in motion.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is it any people that you want to work with, any actors, any networks you want to collab with? Like what is your vision? Because I know you gonna already know like I'm not just gonna be at this level. God is gonna elevate me,
Right.
elevation in what you're doing because how it started.
Uh-huh. For sure, Tyler Perry, for sure. Definitely want to connect with him on some stuff. Definitely would like to work with Viola Davis um, on some projects as well as Kerry Washington. So those are two actresses that I love to work with. Um, and definitely Tyler Perry.
Yeah. And what is the name of the network and what can we look forward to like seeing and what's coming out in the near future?
Yeah, so the name of the network is the Inspire You Network, where inspiration fuels the nation. And so we're working on some big things for 2024. We're wanting to open it up to more Kingdom creatives so they can come on. We do have television slots, we do have podcast slots available as well. And really, it's just, again, the whole vision was just to have a space for Kingdom creatives to be able to share their messages. And so want to have more people on and give them a space to let their creativity flow, whether that's in television shows, short films, documentaries, podcasts, whatever the case. And so that's what we're working on for 24.
Yeah, and you might be quiet, but your pen is powerful, and God has graced you with great strength because you got a passion for all this. You can just tell by even how you talking, and I even like the fact that you got a passion for the single moms.
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
bear burden, or did that burden just recently come about?
Nope, always had it. Like I said, I was a single mom, so I know what that's like, the struggle and the challenges and sacrifices and just all the things you have to do to just to try to make it and just to try to stay afloat. And again, just being to someone else what I wish I had during
Yeah,
those seasons when I couldn't pay my rent or I couldn't pay my light bill and just all these different things. And so just really being that light in a area that was extremely dark for me, but just trying to shine that for other people.
yeah, and with the Inspire You Care Scholarship Fund, how do people go about getting at it? You got to qualify for it. Do you guys pick it? And how does that make you feel when you bless somebody with that? Because that's being a blessing, giving them something that's
Mhm.
gonna change their life. At that
Yeah.
time, at that hour.
Uh-huh. So the Inspire You Fund, it is for teen moms. So
Okay.
that's the qualification, teen moms who have a desire to go to college. So we help them with either tuition assistance and or childcare assistance. Because normally tuition, they may be able to get it from like financial aid and things like that. But the real challenge is adequate childcare. So paying, someone, a good person to be able to take care of your child while you're at school. So that's how we come in and help that. So again, teen mom have to have already been accepted into a college. So you definitely plan on going, you know, and then we make the payments directly to whatever facility you've chosen for either the child care or for school.
I know you look forward to them graduating, coming back to working with you, and even some going to the next level. And you be like, "Oh, she was in the scholarship program, and now
Right.
she's on TV, and then she's showing you off for just being a blessing." Because you're blessing other people by being selfless, and it's better to give than receive. And you already
Mhm.
get blessed, but it's way much more that God is gonna bless you with than that you already did. And I know that you probably like, man, Lord, I just thank you for what all you done because I used to be
Yeah.
sleeping mattress on the floor. I used to be going through it, crying, sleepless nights, and all like that. Now, the way you have blessed me, I'm giving you all the glory. So I just want you to know that God ain't done with you and where He's going.
Amen. Yeah.
Yeah. So what was your thoughts and how did it feel when you became a Forbes member?
Oh, that was really, really cool to be accepted into that
Did, did
community.
you cry?
No, I didn't. But it's I've made so many great connections. Like my mentor, I met him out of there. So many great business connections have come out of that and mentorship. So it has definitely been a blessing to be a part of that community for sure.
Yeah. Last couple questions. What would you say to a single mom struggling and don't know what direction to go, but know that she wants to do something, but just stagnant and don't know where to go?
I would definitely say, especially now, because there's so many different resources, learn a skill, learn
Yeah.
AI, even though it's scary and it's good and scary at the same time. But that is a skill that people are utilizing and making a lot of money off of. Learn Facebook ads, so many different skills that you can learn and hone, and then turn that into your own business. Because truthfully, single moms need
Yeah.
multiple streams. You know what I mean? Like a job is not enough, because kids need things every day, so many things pop up every day, and so waiting to get paid every 2 weeks can be tough on anybody, but especially doing it all on your own. So I would definitely say learn a skill, go on YouTube, do some Google searches, find one thing, learn it, and make it work. That is exactly what I'd say.
Yeah, that's good. Now, what would you say to the youth about vision and going after their purpose?
Never lose it.
Yeah.
Never lose it. It doesn't matter what's going on, who doesn't believe, who's not investing, who isn't sowing, who isn't helping or supporting. Keep it in front of you. Like the Bible say, write the vision and make it plain. And
Yeah.
so make it plain, and then pray over it and continue on that path, knowing that you are going to have some bumps in the road and things are going to get complicated along the way. But sticking with it is key. So don't lose it.
Yeah. And how can everybody reach you? And how can they find your network and find whatever you're doing? How can they look you up?
Yeah, so the Inspire You Network, we're on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, on all major podcast platforms. So you can go there and watch the shows and listen to the content. Arthur Bay, it's www.arthurbay.com. You can go there and get Arthur apparel. We have classes for aspiring authors to learn how to write books. We have marketing classes for published authors who have books out but need, strategies for sales and things like that. So we have that on Arthur Bay, and then you can also find me on Facebook at Alandria Lloyd.
Okay. I
Facebook.
definitely do a search for my wife. Yeah, I definitely. I'm a support to anybody, but I'm gonna make sure I get her one of them shirts because she's
Yes, she needs a hoodie.
yeah, yeah. So dang, her and the hoodie. So that's gonna be two. I got you. But yeah, I just thank you and blessings on you because you have inspired my household and you inspired, my wife to get moving, giving her different thought, a different train of thought, a different emotion, a different atmosphere. Like when she came back for the interview, like up there and just dealing with you and seeing what all that's possible for a business or brand. I seen it like a refreshing, like a new energy
Well,
level. I'm
I'm
like
so happy to hear that.
whatever I got to do, I'm trying to just push you because sometimes I get mad at her. I'm like, you stagnant. Come on, you need to do this. Come on, I push her and I might be not even knowing it, but I'm just trying to encourage her. But just seeing your story, what you have to offer, and you were able to give her something that she probably ain't gonna stop talking about because it was a great experience, and I just appreciate that. And I just pray that God continue to bless you. May He continue to put you around all the right people that you're supposed to be around. May your steps
Yes,
be ordered. May all the people that's not supposed to be around you be eliminated. No
yes,
weapon against you shall have the ability to prosper. With the
yes.
enemy for evil, God is working it out for your good and elevate
Amen.
and acceleration for you. And I just look forward
Amen.
to you.
I receive it. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. It's been great.
Amen. Yes, it's been great for us. Look at you. I'm so churchy. So amen. But
Yeah,
thank you.
okay. I need you to give me some. I'm gonna cut this part, but I need you to give me some tips on something. You can give me an editor review on how I did because I know you top of the line. So I take corrective criticism from the best. So you can send a review on what I need to work on, different points and things like that.
Yeah, you did well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't just be saying
No, I'm
that.
not. I'm not. You did well. You kept the conversation going. There was no dead air. That's the main thing, when people don't know how to transition from one question or from one statement to another and there's dead air. So you were prepared, you knew what you were gonna say and you were ready. So
And
that's the
I said I have to make this a good one because I don't want to waste your time. You big time, and my wife is involved. I can't be having a family name.
no, you did good.
Thank you. It's been great.
You're welcome. Thank you. You have a good evening.
You too.
Okay, bye-bye.